Tell our outfielders daily, we have 3 goals that we have to do every day. Number 1, we don't miss a ball on the ground, okay? Every time I watch a high school game, there's some kid who comes up completely out of control on a baseball, and boom, the next thing you know, he's chasing a baseball. The loneliest run in sports is chasing a baseball. The other thing is we keep our double play in order is one of the other things we have to do. You guys have this stuff in you, it's called testosterone, and every time a guy's trying to take an extra base on you, you're always going to, I got this guy, I'm going to throw him out. You throw a risky throw, you miss your cutoff man, and the hitter always ends up on second base. Now all of a sudden it starts things out of control for you. If we keep that guy on first base, we now have a chance if we get a ground ball next pitch, we can roll a double play. The biggest skill our guys have to work on is flipping their hips and going back and getting the baseball. If I could guess, if you guys are a decent outfielder, you can probably catch everything coming in, and you're very confident doing it. I think every outfielder has to work on flipping his hips and going and getting the baseball over his head, because that's the one that's challenged. That's when you have the bases loaded in the last inning and the ball's hitting the gap. The guy who doesn't get a good jump on that ball, all of a sudden he comes up a step short. You try hard, you dive for it. Mom says, honey, you tried so hard, you almost had that one. Where do you want to be the guy that makes that catch and kills the inning and wins the game? Okay, that's the play you guys got to work on every day. We emphasize getting a good jump on the baseball. How many guys have a plus arm throw over 90 miles an hour from the outfield? Okay. One of the things we really work on with that first step is cutting distance on the baseball. Ball's hit. As soon as that ball's hit, we don't wait for it. We see it's a ground ball. We start coming hard, and then we break down. Every coach is making his decision, and base runners are making their decision on when you get to the ball. If you get to the ball a little bit sooner, they're going to stop. But what's the key to that? You have to field the ball. You have to field the ball, okay? So you have to come hard off the break and then slow down and get yourself under control. That'll discourage a running game and guys taking advantage of you if you don't have that 90-plus arm, which most of us do not, okay? So work on getting back on that baseball, work on fielding the ground ball, and work on getting a good jump at all times. On the infield, it's a ton of short hop drills. I heard Andy Stankiewicz, you guys ever hear him? He's a coach at Grand Canyon College. I heard him when he's with the Yankees as a minor league coach. And the one thing he talked about was the difference between players that come from Latin American field ground balls and guys that are from the United States. He goes, what's the difference? Why do the Latin American players have a better reputation as fielders? He goes, it's coaching. And he's like, wait, what do you mean? Because those guys aren't coached. He goes, exactly. So they do a lot of things naturally. And they get softer hands because, hey, if they don't catch it, if you're a shortstop and you play the ball off your chest, you're probably not going to be a shortstop for very long. You got to learn how to catch the baseball. And obviously, then they would teach their Latin infielders to be a little more fundamentally sound, and that makes the ultimate infielder, okay? So one of the things you guys need to do is work with just your glove, working on short hops. Obviously, working with 2 hands is great on a routine, but anything else, you got to soften those hands going for baseballs, okay? As a catcher, obviously, just anytime you can receive, quieting your body, do a lot of stuff with the machine. It's just great for our catchers. So you guys got to work at that stuff. The one thing that I think is really important for you young players to understand is the way you go about your business. Okay, how many guys have ever gotten busy work in school? Where a teacher just gives you something, you know how to do it, you're kind of like, why am I doing this? I was a teacher for a number of years. I hated giving busy work. When I was a student, I hated doing busy work. I can't stand it. If you are doing something on a baseball field, do it the right way. If you're doing sprints and you're doing conditioning in practice, don't just come out of here and get as fast as you can. Try to work on your lead, so I'm going to steal a base, be explosive coming out of the break. Okay, whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. If you're doing receiving drills, boom, that pitch has got to be strike. Work your butt off to get good at that. If you're doing outfield drills, don't do them at 75%. Do them at 100% like you will in a game. Don't do busy work. Everything you do is meant to get you better as a baseball player. Do those daily.